Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today is actually Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. You are watching Tarot with Kuka, and this is your weekly guidance brought to you by the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead Tarot deck created by Fabio Listrani, Moonology Oracle card deck created by Yasmin, Boland, as well as a healing mantra deck by Matt Kahn for some positive words. And we have a special deck, Love and Light Oracle cards, that was created by Doreen Virtue, who has since gone on her own little journey and has parted ways from the Oracle cards, but I still love the messages from the cards. So with that, if you like what you hear, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button. So let's get started for the week of May 2nd through the 6th. So our situation card is very interesting. We have the Six of Cups. So as we know, with the Six of Cups, it is a card about emotion. And what I'm going to do a little different today is I thought I would reveal the cards and each card read the advice of the dead. And you know, it's time to start building intuition. So we're going to go into interpretation. So with the Six of Cups, the advice of the dead is carefully analyze the reasons for your current situation and use the energy at your disposal to organize your future rather than letting it shrivel and stagnate. Love it. I love the positive message. And so we also have our additional card. Let's see if I can do this. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And so, as you know, while the Cups is in the realm of our emotions, Pentacles tends to be around home life, family, or even career, or even financial area. And so the advice of the dead from the Queen of Pentacles is do not remain too attached to what you have obtained or earned, but continue climbing without worrying about how much you are risking. Wow. So it sounds kind of like we're going into an area of maybe some growth and development here. So let's take a look at our third card. And we have the Two of Wands in reverse. And as you know, with the advice of the dead, it's all direction. So whether the card is reversed or not, their advice still remains the same as if the card is upright. So the advice of the dead for the Two of Wands: evaluate what is best and which way to act, and terminate a situation of conflict and rivalry that makes you restless or unhappy. So with this particular week, the Six of Cups tends to be a card that is about romanticizing the past and or reliving your childhood memories, or something from your past is coming up. So with this particular card, if you look at the image here, what we have here is we have somebody who has gathered up some cards and is running away. If you follow this particular deck, we actually saw her in our Three of Cups, where the Three of Cups is about celebration. She was at a party, people, and who knows what happened at this party that she is running away from. You know, like I say, alcohol comes into play sometimes and we go a little crazy, but something happened here that has caused this person to run. And so the idea is, are you running away from problems, or are you running away from a situation that is it was holding you back from growing? And so in a way, it's like you're leaving something that no longer serves you, and you're not really looking back. I mean, it kind of looks like she's hesitant, but she's not completely looking back. And so with with this picture, it kind of aligns with our Queen of Pentacles, who is very ambitious. And in order for her to grow, she is looking upward to climb the ladder of success. And so she is determined, she has confidence, and she's ready to move forward. Now, the interesting thing here where pictures kind of tell a story is now what we have here is somebody who is hanging upside down. And one of the things that comes into mind is that our Queen of Pentacles has climbed and she has made it. And at the same time, from going from an area of uncertainty, she has become the element of surprise. It's kind of like what I am reminded of is how in the movie 16 Candles, where the person falls out from the tree in an element of surprise. This is kind of what our Two of Wands reminds me of. So it's also in a sense of dealing with conflict from a different perspective. So overall, what is kind of coming together with these three cards is perhaps things that, when you're kind of in your childhood phase and you're dealing with conflict and you're learning to stand up for yourself, things didn't work out so well. Maybe you were too much of, where you overspoke your boundaries, where you went to the point where you were insulting and not actually being productive on achieving what you want, but going into an area of negativity. So what I'm kind of gathering here is kind of reflecting back on, if you're dealing with a certain situation, maybe with how you handled things in the past didn't work out for you. And you got to try something a little different, maybe a different approach to dealing with this conflict. And so you have that Queen of Pentacles, she's a stable woman. She has her stuff together. She loves her family. So whatever actions you're going to do, you don't want it to affect your job. You don't want it to affect your home, and you don't want it to affect your family life nor your finances. So this choice that you're about to make, or how you want to deal with the situation, you don't want to disrupt your home life, is kind of what I'm getting. And so, but at the same time, you're now, because you've now grown and you have this stability, you have this ability to kind of use logic and reason rather than just going straight into emotion, you can now deal with things in a brand new way. And that's what the Two of Wands in the reverse position is actually is like this element of surprise, of dealing with something in which you may have that surprising positive outcome. So lots of changes are coming. And again, we all have a choice on how we deal with things. And so again, when you're considering this situation, look on how it affects your home life, your family, your finances, or whatever. But at the same time, when you make that right choice, it's going to be a surprise of a blessing. So that's kind of what I'm getting from the cards. And let's move on to our moon guidance. And this week we are entering to a third quarter moon. We had just had a full moon in Scorpio, and so there was a lot of energy going on. Scorpio energy is very strong with the moon as well, and so Scorpios are probably the one sign that kind of, again, is about the shadow. So a lot of internal feelings were probably being brought up, and it kind of ties into with what we're dealing with. Adjustments are required. So again, it's about evaluating how you dealt with things in your younger self. Did it work out for you? Or do you need to tweak things so that you can have that balance in your home and family life? So what is the guidance from the moon? Well, if we kind of go, and again, it ties into that Second of Wands with that surprising outcome. Expect powerful change, a new moon eclipse. And again, so we are going from a full moon into a new moon, which really ties into what the universe is trying to show us. So with the third quarter moon, the attunement is I am re-evaluating the situation. And again, it wholeheartedly goes with the advice of the dead about re-evaluating things around you, right? So, and interesting, the attunement for the new moon eclipse, never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. So again, we have the Six of Cups that is telling us that we're dealing with something from the past, or, the situation that we're going through now is remnants of something that happened from the past. But again, it's about letting go of the past. Be in the present. Be in the moment. And this is where, again, the evaluation. Look at what worked and look at what didn't. So in order to help us, again, it helps to be in a positive mindset. And so with that, this is where we go into our next section, where it's about positive vibes, as well as inviting in a light worker to aid us on, making our positive choices here. So we have the mantra that is from the Healing Mantra deck from Matt Kahn. And this is about rewriting the subconscious. And I believe we've had this card before. So the message on this card is, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. And I love that because it's kind of like a duh. Yeah, that's true. But the thing you have to think about is when you are in that moment where things you feel are not working out for you, or things aren't going your way, or you're afraid of something, again, these are negative feelings. So it's about how you feel in the times of challenge. So the more you feel good, the less you will feel bad. So let's kind of see what Matt Kahn has to say about this. So from the guidebook, the more I embrace feeling good, the less often I will feel bad. When the subconscious is rewritten, you are able to feel good on a regular basis of the way life unfolds. In rewriting the subconscious, you reverse the gravitational pull of conditioning to become more familiar with the virtues of goodness. As goodness becomes more known, the opposite vibration of negativity can become a less frequent visitor in your reality. This mantra is ideal for relieving guilt, relieving guilt, releasing shame, and finding joy in new beginnings. So this is perfect. This is the perfect mantra about kind of reconciling the past to be in the present so that you can have a positive future. So, and again, a lot of misinformation, or a lot of comments that, have come about where it's like, you're telling the future. I am not telling you your future. You control your future by the choices you make. All that these cards are telling you is there's just a certain amount of guidance, that can align you with your higher self to kind of be in the strongest connection with the divine. And this is one of the things where, I worked through, because I had a conviction of pulling cards on a Sunday. Well, it kind of hit me last night where it's like, when I pull cards, my cards are, I connect with God. And so kind of having this thing where I don't pull cards on Sundays, I was disconnecting myself from God on Sunday. And so I literally freed myself from kind of an unwritten rule. And again, this journey in life is about you doing you. You do what's best for you. And part of that, where mankind, kind of has a common goal. Like I say, I believe there's good in everybody. And so it's about us being able to align ourselves with God, however that is, whether it's through the Bible, whether it's through cards, whether it's through prayer. It's how we connect with God is what truly matters. So with that, I chose this particular deck, the Love and Light, because who better to connect with this week than the Source himself? And the Source is always there for us. Like I say, archangels, angels, guardian angels, spirit guides, yes, they are there to kind of be the buffer and the buffer, the go-between, the divine and us, because us as humans, we're finite, and some of us do have limited hearing. God is always talking to us. It's whether or not we hear. So the message from God this week, and I love it, is commit to a spirit of excellence. Whatever you do, do well. And that comes from Ecclesiastes 9, chapter 9, verse 10. And it doesn't get any better or any clearer than this. So how are you going to reconcile your past? How are you going to be able to move forward to bring about these positive changes? What plans are you going to readjust? How are you going to do this? Well, it's about the positive thoughts, and it's literally just about being your best. Commit to a spirit of excellence. Just be the best of you, and things will follow. Good things will follow. And so with that, I want to send everybody love, light, and many, many blessings. You take care and have a wonderful week.